What's poppin'? What's poppin'? What's poppin'? What's poppin'? What's poppin'? What's poppin'? Anyway, man, what's good with y'all today, man? I'm gonna hit y'all with the one and only. I don't even know why I said that, but one and only. It's your boy Spee. I'm here with another Scary Movie 6 review. You know what I'm saying? It's gonna be a lit time. It's gonna be fun. I ain't gonna spend too much time on it, but it got to be done. I just got back from the movies. Just seen it probably about literally like an hour ago, and want to give my little intake on it and tell you what it is and if it's worth going to see. Let me see. Let me see. Let me see. Got some important questions that I feel like I should answer in order for y'all to go. Once some people don't want to know. So if you want to, I'm not gonna tell much of the movie, but if you want to tune in, if you want to at least get like a kind of a understanding of things, then tune in. But the first question I'm gonna answer is: was Scary Movie actually funny, or did the jokes feel outdated? Um, I think it was hilarious. Um, Outdated is actually opposite. I think it's actually opposite of outdated because actually they brought in a lot of modern day, things that we laugh at today, modern day comedic stuff that unless you not into unless you're not into the social media like that, you're really not gonna know. But it was definitely not outdated. As far as funny, it was definitely funny. I don't know. I feel like I'm getting like old enough. There's certain parts where I had to just bust out laughing for sure. Straight bust out laughing. Most parts, I think overall the whole movie was funny. I might have not laughed at it, but I thought it was very funny. Like sometimes I think things are funny and I don't laugh at it, and then some things are just like the things I do burst out and laugh about are usually like things that are very like witty. It's like, ha, I would have never thought of that, or like, that's a crazy way for them to say that. But even if I don't laugh, that doesn't mean it's not funny. So it was definitely funny, and the jokes were not outdated. It says which parody reference in the movie worked the best. What movie? It said what parody movie? What parody in the movie or parody reference worked the best in this movie? Um, and when it comes to like actually working the best, I would have to say Scream, but that's kind of like a given. They already kind of did that in the first one. But in this one, if I was gonna pick another one outside of Scream, um, I think Scream. I don't know. It has so many movie references in here, so that was super dope. It's good to see like Sinners. I think Sinners was a good one that they definitely played off of. I think that was pretty dope um, for them to do. So Sinners, that'd probably be the best reference movie they played off of. It says, did the movie really rely too much on shock humor or internet jokes? Hmm. Hmm. I think it was more internet jokes. If anybody that's been on social media and seen these things, they kind of can relate to most of these jokes if they've seen it. Now, like I said, if you haven't been on the internet like that, a lot of these jokes ain't going. You're not gonna even know what they talking about. So I do like stuff like that where it's like it's funny, but it's only funny to those who know what they're talking about. You know what I'm saying? Because that shows people like a lot of people did their research, or they're older, so it's good that they've done their research on what's funny, what's hip. Because sometimes people that are they're in their 50s, so people that's doing that they're kind of outdated sometimes. So let me see. How does this movie compare to the older scary movie films? I think it needs to close after this one. No, I think you can pull out one more, but they're gonna have to switch up the ball game. Comparing it to them, I don't think it grew as I don't. It might have to grow on me, and I'm also older now, so things, my humor is a little different than it was when I was obviously when those first came out. I think it was like 2001, 2000s, the early 2000s. I was like under 10 at this time, so things were funny then. They're still funny now. Um, I think this movie could hold up. nostalgic wise, and I think this was a good installment for the franchise. Not gonna stun on it. I feel like we're in that era where movies look really good now, so it kind of like takes away that nostalgic feel from it because it just looks really good. Not that those movies look even good, but if you compare a 2001 cinema camera to a 2026 cinema camera, they look nothing alike. It's like day and night. So, but I think it held up. I think it was better than five for sure. It was definitely better than five. I really enjoyed four, so I don't know. Um, but it was definitely better than five for sure. Which character or cameo stole the movie? Definitely Marlon. You know what I'm saying? He played a good role. I think he did his thing as like he came back as like a 25-year-old senior. So I think he played that role well. Still was him. I was impressed that he could still like, I mean, obviously that's him, but I was still impressed that he could like impersonate his character. It's not even impersonate because that's his character. Like he could still do that. Like he could still do that so good. Like it was back in the day. So that was definitely impressed. He definitely stole the show. Funny, and it had a cold twist. The twist at the end was very dope. So I think that's probably one of the coolest endings I had. It had a lot of like cancel culture stuff in there. So I can't even stand on that one. It says, would you actually like rewatch it or is it one time theater watch? I wouldn't go back to the theater to watch it, but I definitely watch it again when it comes out on Netflix or DVD and stuff like that. So I would definitely watch it again. Because I came late, so I didn't even get to see the beginning of the movie. So that was like a bummer. You know what I'm saying? Um, but I definitely watch it again. I think it's worth watching again. And if you've never seen it, I know a person that ain't never seen the first ones. So it says, did the movie balance horror and comedy well, or lean too hard one way? I think it definitely it leaned more to comedy more than scary. I feel like if you're going to make a scary movie, I feel like it's uh, like let's say like scary movie two, that clown scene, that clown scene when that clown snatch you know Keenan Wayans under the bed, that was scary to me. You feel me? That was extra scary to me. It had a lot of different scary moments. The ghost, things like that. It was definitely scary, so it balanced that. This one, like I said, at the same time, I'm also older, so who knows? It maybe was scary, but which scene did the whole theater react the most? Dang, I don't even know. There's a few of them now. It's hilarious. Ugh, there was a few of them that was hilarious. I'm trying to think. I think it was a scene where Tuesday was in the hospital, and yeah, I ain't gonna say too much because I don't want to tell the story for anybody that might watch it. But Tuesday was in the hospital, and some things was going down. So that was probably one of the funniest parts when it comes to that. Let me see. Did the movie actually feel like a true sequel or just a nostalgic cash grab? I think they tied it in. I think they tied it in. It's obviously gonna feel weird because they were in the fourth and the fifth one, you know what I'm saying, or the third one. So it's gonna feel weird for them to come back and like make a collab. I feel like this could have been like it could have been like Scary Movie one, Scary Movie two, and then a couple years like years went by, and then Scary Movie six, and then that would have been like perfect. You feel me? But they did what they did. If you could change one thing about the movie, what would it be? I would change up this like the main. I would change up the main like scary movie. Like this one came like Scream. This one was like just like the first one where it had like Scream as the theme. That's what the sixth one was, kind of like Scream. And I ain't really like that. I feel like they probably should did like The Conjuring or something. You know what I'm saying? Just to change it up a little bit. I do enjoy Scream. Scream is probably one of my favorite people. He was very goofy in this movie, so that was hilarious. But I think they should have definitely switched that up. Maybe even make it more sinners based, or maybe make it like I said. I think The Conjuring or Insidious. Like if they would have had like, that red door and all that stuff, like and made it more scary, it definitely would have hit the charts. You know what I'm saying? But hey, this is one for the books. Add it to the collection. I'm not mad at it. Um, Let me see. Hold on. I am not mad at it. Give me 1 second. 1 second. Don't start till you get it now. You hear me? But anyway, yeah. I mean, that's pretty much it. There's nothing too much major about it. I think everybody should go watch it. Anybody that's especially if you're older and you grew up on scary movies, I think you should definitely go watch it. It's still funny, and hey, but if I were to give it a rating, let me give it a rating. Okay, I'm going to rate the movie a 6. It's going to be tough. I'm going to be tough on it. Um, when it comes to like overall movie, but when it comes to like if it hits the comedy category, it's definitely like an 8. It's hilarious, you know what I'm saying. But as far as a well done movie, yeah, it could be better. So that's all I gotta say. I hope y'all go and check out the movie. Let me see. Scary Movie 6. Scary Movie 6 is out now. It is out right now. Make sure y'all go check it out. You know what I'm saying? Make sure y'all go on my YouTube and subscribe and all that good stuff. And that's another review for y'all.